Miles, your nickname is Sonar.
Yep.
Look at that.
And we are gonna you're here today to teach our guys about Sonar, teach us about Sonar. And you said something. I asked you, and I'm going to ask you again right now.
Okay.
What electronics are you using on your boat?
So this year was really exciting for me because I'm a big proponent of choosing the right tool for the right job, and that doesn't necessarily mean going with one brand overall. Necessarily. Of course, every brand makes a great product, and that's why I end up using multiple brands. I actually work with a company, a retailer called BassBoatElectronics.com, and they sell all the major brands, and they set me up with a Humminbird, 2 Lowrances, and a Garmin. So I run 3 different brands.
Got it covered.
Wow.
So I can, I do have a little bit of expertise in the different technology that's available, even if it's just with one brand, that has proprietary technology.
Right.
Yeah.
So explain to me and all the viewers why Humminbird is a far superior sonar and GPS unit.
They are an excellent unit. I started out using Humminbird units. I won't lie, they're great because they have a very simple interface. People seem to work with them really well. They're easy to kind of go through the different options. They have the presets on a lot of their units, and so they are a really good unit to use. And their mega imaging is outstanding. I mean, that technology of using that really high frequency signal creates really good images on downscan and side imaging.
Excellent. Well, I mean, obviously, we work with Humminbird.
Yeah,
we love Humminbird. We know they make a great product. But how do you use each brand, and tell us about that? How and why are you using each technology?
The setup that I have is I've got a Humminbird in the dash. The Humminbird is great. It's an isolated system for me. I don't have it connected to anything else. So if anything goes wrong, the Humminbird is kind of my rock.
It's the root.
It's the root. So that's what I use. I use that primarily for my mapping. I use my Navionics maps on there, turn on the sonar chart layer, and then I use it for my 2D sonar through hull. I actually, unfortunately, took the side imaging off of it. That transducer is not working for me because I'm using it on the Lowrance right now, just the way it kind of sets up. But then I have 2 Lowrance units. Those are kind of the backbone of my waypoint management, my navigation, and my fine tuning, finding the fish and the structure and the cover that I'm looking to fish. That's what I use because Lowrance does a really good job at managing waypoints and tracks and things like that. They're really good with that. And so I have those 2 talking to each other. But then on the bow, when you get up on the bow, you really want a tool that allows you to see as much as humanly possible.
Sure.
You want to be able to see,
eyes.
what's in front of the boat, and Humminbird did an excellent job with, their 360 imaging. Unfortunately, I don't have 360, but I have a Garmin on the bow that utilizes panoptix live scope, and that forward-looking sonar that I'm sure that both Humminbird and the other brands out there are going to adopt, obviously, because it's a great technology, and that's kind of the deal right now. It's outstanding for being able to look in front of the boat in real time and see fish, structure, cover, whatever you're looking for. You can see where the grass gets thicker, where it starts to where you have a solid wall of grass that just dissipates. At Seminole, the most recent event on Seminole, I was using it in 25 foot of water, fishing a creek ledge in Spring Creek.
Wow.
And lots of timber. So, but I found this one area that had a very steep drop with the panoptix live scope. So I could just kind of comb around, find exactly where it got steepest and where it had the most trees growing on it, and I could actually see the fish swimming on that drop.
Wow,
and I can make that
nuts.
precise cast and be able to catch that fish. So it really allows you to fine-tune everything on the bow. But that kind of brings me to the next point is, panoptix shows you everything, or that forward-looking sonar is what we should call it, because it's not, everybody's going to be able to utilize this technology in different brands in the future. But it's essentially, it shows you too much. Like,
wow.
Sometimes you just are captivated by it. You just constantly look at it, and
like fit. It shows you fish
it
you
shows
can't
you
catch,
everything. Yeah, you wouldn't believe the biomass that's in these areas that you're not getting bit in.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's overwhelming, kind of.
It can be overwhelming, and like any tool, any sonar technology, any electronics that we use, you need to be able to just take the information with a grain of salt and not get too caught up in it. You need to use it as a tool and not let it use you.
Yeah.
Like a video game.
Right. You can't get too caught up in that, because ultimately what's going to catch that fish is that next cast. And so in your decision making.
And most of the time really light plops. And like I was saying, most of the time a big one, he'll just come up and just, almost like he just kind of takes it up there.
Welcome to Bass University TV, an online video training course where you'll learn champion bass fishing techniques from pro anglers Pete Glusek, Mike Iaconelli, and their talented special guests. From on the water to in the classroom, you'll learn sound techniques and strong fundamental bass fishing skills. Watch hours of video content on multiple topics at your own pace for a low monthly fee. Cancel at any time. Information is power in the sport of fishing, so learn from the very best. Subscribe to Bass University TV today.